Hi everyone, welcome back to another video. Today, let's talk about the most awaited transit of this year, and that is Jupiter in Cancer. So, in October, Jupiter will move into Cancer, and today, let's talk about the natal planets. If you have any planet in Cancer from Sun to Saturn or Rahu or Ketu, Jupiter will transit over that planet, it will touch that planet. So it is going to bring some changes for you. Let's talk about that. And if you want to know about this transit, how it will impact you as per your moon sign or your ascendant, there's a different video which we will upload a bit later, so do wait for that video. Before we talk about how Jupiter is impacting your natal planets, let's just quickly understand what Jupiter in Cancer is all about, why Jupiter is exalted in Cancer. Well, Cancer belongs to the moon, and it is the only sign ruled by moon, so it's a sign which is about taking care of someone or something. It's about nurturing, nourishing, giving that nutrition to something so that it can grow, it can get more success in life. It's about development, growth. But before you reach to that level, it's about nourishment, having the right food, the right environment to sustain. So what happens in Cancer? A planet like Jupiter, which is known as the life force, which is our prosperity, our abundance factor, it gets the beautiful medium of moon to grow. The growth of Jupiter is maximum in the moon's place, the nurturing impact of moon. So when the life force meets such beautiful place of nourishment and care, something grows beautifully here, and that is your faith, your abundance, your wisdom, your emotional strength and prosperity. So that is why Jupiter here exalts. If you see just opposite to Cancer, we have Capricorn. Capricorn is the struggles in your journey, the effort you have to make, it's the limitations. So Jupiter debilitates in Capricorn. So that's why Jupiter in Cancer is a very beautiful force of abundance. It's the perfect example that some things in life grow beautifully with peace and faith, rather than constantly struggling and punishing yourself to make certain things happen. So the faith takes the center stage in this transit. So let's see how the Jupiter's transit over your natal planets in Cancer will work for you. There's a reason you have a planet in Cancer, because somewhere you are working on your emotions. You have to work a lot on processing your emotions, nurturing yourself, nurturing a certain aspect of life. That's why. So let's get started. Let's talk about Jupiter over the natal sun in Cancer. So with the sun in Cancer, already your very soul, your very happiness and identity is deeply connected to your home, family and roots. Receiving recognition, love and emotional support is significant for you in this life. That is what is your life force. So the Jupiter's transit over the natal sun in Cancer kind of will nourish your relationships and your family life. There's more positivity in your connections. Any kind of struggle with respect to love, with respect to emotional differences, it will get better. It will resolve with this transit. But remember, sun should be free from any malefic aspect in your natal chart. If sun is already in a malefic aspect, Jupiter can be very helpful, but still the result may vary. The changes which you may observe at this time may vary. So Jupiter's transit over natal sun enhances your personal connections, your family life. There's some kind of a good news coming towards you, or there is some kind of celebration happening in the family life. So it kind of uplifts the home, the happiness, and the emotional fulfillment in your journey. It also improves your connection with your father or a father like figure. With respect to career, the same transit of Jupiter over the Sun in Cancer brings success for you. It brings a lot of growth, and more than that, there is this amazing vitality, confidence, and strength in you. There's optimism in you. So you're doing even more better with respect to your professional journey. So there is recognition, there is success, and new leadership opportunities coming into your life. But with that, the responsibility will also magnify. Here, Jupiter magnifies the quality of the sun. So it is also about the leadership role you may have, the more responsibilities you may have towards loved ones, towards your workplace as well. On the other side, which is a little negative aspect, is it may increase um, the pride over here. I'm not saying you're very egoistic, but it kind of increases and expands the pride that I am doing better and I'm much better than others, kind of thing. So you should stay away from that, because it's very natural with this transit, it may happen. Stay connected to your roots, that is very significant, because ultimately sun is in Cancer. So your journey, individual journey with the sun in Cancer, you are prone to highs and lows with respect to your emotions and your success as well. So if you want to make your success consistent, just focus on your growth and be very happy with yourself. So overall, this transit is very spectacular and amazing. Jupiter over natal sun in Punarvasu. It is about some kind of a very good reward coming for you for the hard work you have done. It really enhances your finances as well. Jupiter over natal sun in Pushya Nakshatra, you will overcome some kind of a big obstacle at this time. Some kind of struggle you may be doing at this time, some hard work at this time. It will give you a beautiful result. It brings development, maturity in your journey. So everything reaches to peak and success. And if your sun is in Ashlesha, so Jupiter over natal sun in Ashlesha, this is the time when you should trust life. You should not constantly think about what may go wrong and who is kind of manipulating you. Don't be in the fear of that. Just focus and trust your life, because Jupiter here is really going to strengthen your success and your happiness. It will bring rewards for you. So open up and trust life. That is what you have to learn if you have sun in Ashlesha. There's one more thing I forgot to mention. When Jupiter transits over the sun, it clearly shows great spiritual growth as well, where you have the clarity of mind, you're more aligned with the divine, you're more aligned with your inner power. Like each one of us, we do have this very wise aspect of us, very wise aspect of a personality. So here, the Jupiter helps you to connect with your highest self, more clarity of mind, more understanding of life, where you are going, and to make right decisions about your journey. Connecting with your soul purpose, working on your soul purpose may also happen at this time. Let's talk about Jupiter over the natal moon in Cancer. It's a very fruitful transit. Even if your moon is in Ashlesha, it's going to uplift you at this time. So Jupiter is a great friend to the moon. And when the Jupiter touches the natal moon, here moon is in its own sign, and Jupiter, of course, it's exalted in the Cancer sign. This really brings a period of deep healing, nourishment, and taking care of yourself. Like, it's a time when you will take a pause, maybe emotionally, to heal, to recover. It's like you're getting the perfect time, space, and opportunity to take care of your own needs, to take care of your relationships. Healing is so significant over here. Jupiter over natal moon in Cancer is not just about material abundance and prosperity and success and luxuries. Of course, that is a certain aspect of this transit, but in a very deep way, it is about coming back to your home, coming back to the state of happiness, doing things with fulfillment, with a sense of fulfillment, not doing everything in a survival mode, not running here and there, not doing things with, uh, you being the empty cup and pouring into the other people's glasses. No, it is about deep healing. You are here aligned with your true self, your creative aspect, your intuition as well. Your intuition will get even more sharp at this time. There's a lot of happiness which is deep within. It's not coming from someone else. You will feel deeply happy. You will feel a great mental peace at this time. And it is about also the finances are getting better, the ability to bring more luxury into your life, to have more comfort in your life, for you, for your family. This transit blesses you with the finances to make this happen. Jupiter will also bring certain occasions where you will be celebrating with your family as well. It deepens your connection with your mother, or maybe at this time you're focusing a lot towards the needs of your mother or a motherly figure in your life. But this transit is about getting back to that sense of comfort. When you do things with a sense of comfort, when your mind is calm, the productivity is so amazing and the success is even more amazing. So it brings a lot of deep healing of your family life and your connections. And also it enhances the wealth in your journey, the comforts and the luxuries as well. It improves the emotional bonds in your life. And again, I would say, if your natal moon is already afflicted in your chart by somehow Saturn, Rahu, Ketu, then the results may differ from what I'm saying right now. So you have to take care of that. So if your natal moon is in Punarvasu, so Jupiter's transit over your natal moon in Punarvasu brings um, a lot of happiness and a celebration in your life. You may even go for some kind of higher learning, or what you have learned in the past degree, something significant. It will give you a great reward. It deepens your bond with your children as well. It will really heal your relationships with people, family, friends. Who doesn't align will go away at this time. If your moon is in the Pushya nakshatra, Jupiter will really help you to stop being hard on yourself. Moon and Pushya is a very classic placement of getting very harsh on self. So this transit for the Pushya moon brings such nourishment and happiness and fulfillment. Again, doing things with ease, doing things with a peace of mind. So this is something which is about more of emotional healing for the Pushya people. And also whatever you do at this time, the plans you're executing, it will really give you good results. If the natal moon is in Ashlesha nakshatra, then the Jupiter's transit over natal moon in Ashlesha is all about bringing your nervous system back into peace, relaxing your nervous system, not just emotions, but relaxing your nervous system, that oversensitive mind, and to get rid of certain fears. Jupiter allow you to take actions. It heals very old wounds which comes from your very own people, and it uplifts you and it helps you to move forward in life, to overcome certain wounds, and not to see the world with any kind of trust issue, because here the Jupiter helps you to trust yourself even more. For Ashlesha moon, with the Jupiter's transit here, there can be little tension over finances, but still this transit is bringing sudden growth for you in the finances as well. Jupiter over natal Mars in Cancer. Now, this is something which is very important, because here the Jupiter will exalt in this transit, but Mars in Cancer is debilitated. Now, why Mars is debilitated in Cancer? Because Cancer is a sign, a place where you find comfort. Everything with respect to Cancer is done with softness, with a calm mind. Here you are being told to do everything peacefully. And the Mars like planet, which is so restless, impulsive, like a warrior, cannot fit into the place of calmness, protection, nourishment. So Mars kind of breaks the rule over here in Cancer. It breaks the mental peace. It breaks the very sense of nourishment. Like, I have to do everything now. I want the results now. I want to do things aggressively. Whereas the Cancer demands the softness and peace of mind in doing everything. So Mars here gets uh, over emotional. So Mars debilitation in Cancer is about a lot of aggression and restlessness in life. The times when you have to take actions peacefully, you take actions out of restlessness or aggression, or there's a lot of frustration this placement creates. So when the Jupiter enters into Cancer over your natal Mars, it really reduces that aggression and that impulsiveness. It looks like everyone is against me. That is the classic placement of Mars in Cancer. So Jupiter's entry brings a lot of calmness and softness and healing for the Mars, because Mars is also a great friend to Jupiter. So Jupiter helps the Mars here to take right decisions out of wisdom, not out of impulse or anger. So Jupiter will help the Mars over here to take responsible decisions here, to work with wisdom rather than anger. It is going to heal again your emotional connection. Things will get better with respect to your work as well, because Mars is your courage and your effort. So the Jupiter helps you to add a lot of knowledge and wisdom in whatever you are doing, and it will give you a lot of success. And the main focus is also towards home, like renovating your house. Maybe some kind of a property deal is happening here. So work connected to property, your house, or some kind of asset is significant at this time. And also, if you already have some struggles with very close people in your life, now Jupiter puts the spotlight on that. So either you heal those connections and you make it better, or it could be the other way, that you're completely disconnecting yourself from those connections because somehow you don't want to be in the wounded state. So you are working on that. And the Jupiter's transit over natal Mars also enhances your ability to take efforts towards your career. Right efforts, solid decisions will be taken at this time. Sometimes in this transit, you may feel that you're unable to move along with the world, like the world is going ahead, and you may feel restless, but it is okay. Like there are times when you may feel slow. And if your Mars is in Punarvasu, so Jupiter's transit over natal Mars will really enhance your strength to take actions in life. It will improve your bond with your siblings, your co-bonds, your people as well. It's about recorrecting something, or again, renovating your house. So recorrection of something which was not working for you. If your Mars is in Pushya Nakshatra, Jupiter's transit over Mars in Pushya, health is something significant. Working towards your fitness, your health, improving that, bringing more strength in your life. And again, it goes for strengthening your bonds with people. You will be very selective with respect to your people, your connections, investing deeply towards creating a strong bond with people and someone significant in your life, maybe mother, someone very important, and more responsibilities will come to you at this time. And Jupiter over natal Mars in Ashlesha. Now, that is something where there is a big test for you, because the Jupiter will now push you to certain things which you're constantly avoiding in life. You know that is good for you, but you're constantly avoiding that thing or avoiding that confrontation. So Jupiter brings the positivity to just go and deal with those things to make it better. It will give you that positive energy to deal with that conflict and remove that conflict from your life. So some disputes within family life may happen, because Mars in Ashlesha shows disputes with the people with whom you should have very soft, loving connection. So Jupiter pushes you to confront that and make things better. And sudden financial growth may also happen at this time, out of nowhere, like unexpectedly. Jupiter over natal Mercury in Cancer. Now, again, it's a little complicated, like how we had Jupiter over natal Mars in Cancer. Here, Mercury is in a difficult sign already, because here it's the logic versus the emotions. It is about okay, in this aspect of life, I have to do things with love, I have to do things with my whole heart. But the Mercury will ask questions, it will use the logic. No, it's not required here. You better do smart work, you better do things with the gain perspective. Mercury kind of keeps you away from the emotional involvement into the things. The logical mind is constantly running, doing calculations. So it's really like the mind versus heart kind of situation. Now Jupiter is not so great with Mercury. It considers Mercury as enemy. So the exaltation of Jupiter and the confusion of Mercury meets here. So what happens over here with the transit of Jupiter over the natal Mercury in Cancer? It kind of enhances your journey with respect to learning. You may meet a new teacher, you may meet a new guru, you may meet a new strategy. You are being told, maybe at your work front, learn this, do this, practice this. So somehow you have your own way of learning, you have your own way of working, and the other person or your guru or your teacher or your boss may come up with something different. So now there's a clash, the clash of knowledge, the wisdom over here. So here with this transit, it's time to enhance your knowledge, time to further learn something new so that you can implement in your career. So Jupiter over natal Mercury enhances the knowledge, but under pressure, I would say. Maybe you feel restless, you're learning something, you are doing your higher degree, but there's a lot of confusion, doing things, learning things, but with a confused state. That may happen for you at this time. But overall, it the Jupiter really helps here to learn a lot, to broaden your horizon, to be ready for something new coming into your life, a lot of knowledge. So, meeting new people like teachers, guides, or someone who can really support you in the career may happen, because Mercury, compared to Jupiter, Mercury knows a lot, but still Jupiter will say, okay, Mercury is immature. So there's something about emotions, how you work in your relationships, which really need to evolve and shift. So Jupiter here opens a path for you to learn more. Even in your relationships, there can be communication issues where whatever you are saying is not very well understood by others. So there's clash with respect to words and communication. So here the Jupiter really helps you to heal all of this, to work on the conflicts in your life, to remove these conflicts. It will be head versus heart. And the Jupiter says, let's use your wisdom more than anything else. Let's use your knowledge. Not just, the present. Let's focus on what you have already learned in your life. What have you learned since so many years of your journey? Use that rather than using your nervousness in every aspect of life. So Jupiter, number one, enhances the knowledge. Number two, it brings confrontation with respect to communication and expression as well. It will enhance your business. It will enhance your learning. It will enhance your communication ability as well. If you are in a profession which is connected to Mercury, like your business or technology, or even something connected to social media or finances, you will see a lot of prosperity over here. You have to be more verbal about your work. No matter how hard you are working, you have to be more verbal of what you are doing, talking about that. So, this is something important. Jupiter wants you to express yourself at this time. And there's a lot of expression with respect to your emotions as well. Whatever you are holding deep within, there is a release of that. So, if your Mercury is in Punarvasu Nakshatra, Jupiter brings very good success in your career and your finances. It enhances your knowledge as well. If your Mercury is in the Pushya Nakshatra, Jupiter kind of will help you to settle down certain challenges or disputes within the family life or your emotional connections in your journey. It brings more maturity for you as well. If your Mercury is in Ashlesha, Jupiter here brings light in your connections in your life to see who is truly with you and who is truly not with you. Jupiter will help you to overcome internal blocks, hesitation, or fear you may have for something. So that kind of healing happens for you. Let's talk about Jupiter, how the transiting Jupiter will be over your natal Jupiter in Cancer. So you're going through the Jupiter return. Now, a lot depends upon in which house your natal Jupiter is placed. Is your Jupiter under the aspect of a malefic like Rahu, or it's along with some kind of malefic like Saturn or Ketu? So the placement of Jupiter, the aspects on it, the conjunction of Jupiter with other planets, it matters a lot. But overall, this is Jupiter return. It means that you have completed one cycle of learning in your life. Now you're again ready for a new cycle, learning something new, prospering in something new in your life. So, this Jupiter return is showing new opportunities in your path. And these opportunities will demand something new from you, not your old ways, not your old success. but what are you ready to learn again? What are you ready to execute again in life? So it's absolutely a fresh start with new opportunities in your life. But now you have to outgrow yourself. Jupiter is the life force, Jupiter is the growth and prosperity. So now you have completed one circle of opportunities and fulfillment of those opportunities. You have succeeded. Now you further grow. Now you further expand. Like how every year, like from a baby to you become a toddler, from a toddler to a teenage, and how now your feet keeps on growing, and then you want a new shoe, right? So in the same way, you're outgrowing yourself, and with that, new opportunities should come into your life. The right opportunity should come into your life. So it's a new you meeting a new opportunity. So that is a little risky, that will make you a little uncomfortable, but you will beautifully succeed in this transit. A lot depends upon also the Jupiter's nakshatra, but it's absolutely a new door opening for you. And this new door could be about anything in life. For some people, it could be finances. For some people, it could be career. For some people, it could be a fresh start in the family life, arrival of children. For some people, it could be marriage. For some people, it's a spiritual journey which enhances, but it's positive. It's a big shift. And there is expansion, but with new responsibilities as well. So it could be anything depending upon in which house your natal Jupiter is placed, but it's absolutely beautiful. It's big. There is celebration, there is happiness, but also with that comes this nervousness of a new start in life, nervousness of doing things again in life. So if your Jupiter is in Punarvasu nakshatra, so the Jupiter's transit over natal Jupiter in Punarvasu is about definitely some kind of a reward waiting for you for all the work you have done. And there is a lot of luck coming into your life as well. New opportunities coming into your life out of nowhere. And also higher learning is possible for you at this time. A new relationship or marriage may also happen for you. Jupiter in Pushya nakshatra. So Jupiter's transit over the natal Jupiter in Pushya is about working towards your home, your loved ones, your partner, your family, bringing more resources for them. It's a teamwork. It's not just you are doing alone everything. It's about your responsibilities towards your loved ones, but their responsibilities towards you as well. So it's a teamwork, it's a collective work. Like how Pusha is represented by a flower, and a flower has different petals. So everyone is working together. The teamwork is very important, whether it's your profession, whether it's your family. So you are collectively working together towards some aspect of life. There can be some differences because every person is different. We all are different. So some differences may happen, and you may have the responsibility to keep everyone together. That might be a struggle for you right now with this transit, that I'm the one who is having the responsibility, because after all Pusha is ruled by Saturn, so there is some responsibility, and I feel for you it's to keep everything together at work front or in your family life. But whatever you are doing right now, it will give you a great fruit in the future. There's a lot of success for you as well. You may also get the role of a teacher at this time to guide children. Something related to children is very significant. But there is a lot of prosperity for you as well. And overcome your fears at this time. Pushya also carry a lot of fears in life. Not like Ashlesha, but there are certainly fears which you will overcome at this time. And if your Jupiter is in Ashlesha, so Jupiter's transit over the natal Jupiter in Ashlesha, it shows healing certain wounds, deep wounds in your life. As if you were praying, you were waiting for these wounds to heal, it will happen at this time. But remember, with the Jupiter in Ashlesha, I feel though even the Jupiter is exalted, but in Ashlesha, it shows a lot of hurt. Like sometimes there is this victim mode deep within. I have been hurt, I have been in a very bad place, and so on. So there is something deeply plays within you, and that is a feeling of defeat, or always there's some trigger. So this entry of Jupiter in Cancer heal those issues for you, but also Jupiter wants you to work with your wisdom and knowledge, not with your pain and your restlessness. So choose your knowledge, choose yourself at this time. Jupiter will heal your wounds. Jupiter will heal the anxiousness, the nervousness. It will heal your finances beautifully as well. But with respect to hurt, you have to protect yourself, and also don't be a part of drama. I would say don't be a part of any conflict at this time. Self preservation, protection is very important for you. Okay, so Jupiter over the natal Venus in Cancer. Now, let me tell you two things. The rules over here. Venus in Cancer, it's the enemy sign for Venus. Secondly, Jupiter considers Venus as enemy. So, with respect to relationships, I would say there are some struggles for you. It's not all bad, but it kind of brings you to a place where you are working towards balanced relationships. You are removing yourself from those places and people where the relationships are mainly one sided. You are taking care of the emotions of other person, but there's no emotional fulfillment for you in that area, in that aspect of life. You are removing yourself. Avoid over depending on others for love. I know it might sound harsh, it may sound difficult, but this is what Venus in Cancer is. It's a beautiful energy of love, a lot of love which you have to offer. You feel things deeply with respect to love, and you expect the same as well. But there is a soul lesson here with the Venus in Cancer, that to limit your love and affection, where things are one sided or you are the giver, learning to balance that is very important. It's a very open heart, Venus in Cancer. So, Jupiter's entry over Venus in Cancer is about meeting the aligned people and leaving those people who are just taking and taking from you. So, this is about a lot of work in your relationships. For some people, it is about working together again in a relationship to make things better, to have that emotional comfort and understanding. For some people, it is about maintaining your own distance, taking back your love. Of course, you cannot take back your love, but taking back everything you were offering, it's like creating a boundary so that you can invite more fruitful connections in your life. You're aligning with positive energy. Okay, for some people it is about a new start in relationships, a very beautiful sweet start to relationships, but don't go overboard, don't just drown in those emotions. Give time to your relationships, whether it's a romantic connection, it's a marriage or a friendship or a new partnership. Let's say there is a new business partnership, it looks amazing, it may give you a lot of financial growth initially as well. But remember the contrasting difference between the Jupiter and Venus. Jupiter treats Venus as enemy. Anything which is about a lot of passion, Jupiter kind of creates challenges in that direction. Jupiter operates with wisdom, Venus operates with passion. So there's a struggle here. So work on your relationships. That is the theme over here. to work towards unity, towards love, but work wisely in your relationships, not emotionally. So Jupiter will nurture your relationships, but you have to see when to stop and when to work towards anyone. With respect to your creativity, business, finances, this will enhance your wealth. All you have to do is to keep yourself away from overindulgence or too much of luxuries, too much of spending of your finances. Work towards creating a sanctuary for yourself, a healthy life, working on your health, treating yourself with good food, and treating yourself with good people, like having good people around you, and having balanced finances. Jupiter here will bring abundance, but you don't have to overspend it, right? So, taking care of your wealth is important. Um, and also, if you have your Venus in, let's say, Punarvasu Nakshatra, that is the first nakshatra from which the Cancer sign starts. So, Jupiter over Venus and Punarvasu, two things are going to happen. Number one, it could be return of someone with whom you had a romantic connection, someone coming back into your life. But will that be fruitful or not? Well, what lessons have you learned from that person? Are you ready to learn those lessons again or not? How much that person has evolved? You have to see all of that. So, return of someone with whom you had a history in love or even marriage. Secondly, it shows that it could be also a start to a new relationship or a marriage union for a lot of you. And also, it is about reconnecting with your creative side, reconnecting with the very inherent skill you have, creativity you have, the business ideas you have, the very authentic self, the authentic knowledge you have. It will give you quite great rewards and popularity as well. Now, if your Venus is in Pushya Nakshatra, the Jupiter's transit over natal Venus in Pushya is about nourishing your relationships. But also, since Venus is in the sign of Saturn, limiting yourself. Because prosperity will never come if you are working for a relationship where you care, you nurture, and nothing comes back to you. Jupiter will fail to give you the nourishment in that relationship as well. But Jupiter here is to activate the wisdom. See, this is not where you have to waste your love. Take it back and move forward. Beautiful foundation is being created for Venus and Pushya people with respect to career, business, and a foundation which is your emotional foundation. Taking care of your own self, taking care of your role in relationship, not always giving and protecting others but nourishing yourself as well. So there's some kind of foundation being laid in a relationship where you take a stand for yourself first. So again, it is about family life, working towards the commitments you have towards your family, and it will bring prosperity as well. There's a lot of love which is going to be activated. Venus in Ashlesha Nakshatra. So Jupiter over Venus in Ashlesha. Now, this is a tricky part because it gets more intense. Firstly, Jupiter over Venus is intense, then Venus in Cancer is intense, and now Venus in Ashlesha. Jupiter over here shows that Jupiter puts light into those areas, into those areas where there is darkness, there is secrecy in those connections, transactions, or relationship where everything looks like one-sided. Other person knows about you, you don't know about the other person. So Jupiter adds light into those areas which are more of illusion, secrecy, where you are manipulated in relationships, and now you're very aware of those toxic patterns, getting rid of toxic patterns with respect to relationships, with respect to finances, how you use your finances, and also with respect to, your health as well, what you eat, how you take care of yourself. So Jupiter removes you from those toxic situations and it brings light and it activates. Ashlesha is already wisdom. You have a role to awaken the wisdom deep within, not to work with fear, but to work with wisdom. So Jupiter truly helps you, it guides you as a teacher in this transit. Let's talk about Jupiter over natal Saturn in Cancer. Now, Jupiter is neutral towards Saturn. No problem. They both are neutral to each other. They both are great teachers. So, this transit brings great learnings as well, great lessons as well, change of big foundations in your life. So Jupiter, Saturn, they work well together, but it's too much of work. It's heavy because both are teachers. Jupiter is about the teacher of knowledge and wisdom. Saturn is the teacher of hard lessons for endurance. It's your discipline in life. So whatever shifts for you at this time, it requires deep work towards your commitments, your responsibilities. It is going to change the very structure of your life. It will push you to work in a very disciplined manner in your journey. And Saturn in Cancer, you have natal placement of Saturn in Cancer. It is a difficult placement emotionally because it deeply impacts the emotional connections. The people with whom you should have emotionally rich connections, you feel withdrawn, you feel there is hardship in establishing emotional connections, or you feel you are misunderstood by the other person. So it's difficult emotionally. So the Jupiter's touch on Saturn in Cancer, it brings healing of those emotional wounds which you have acquired because of your connections in life. It is kind of an emotional burden which you might have experienced. Even in your relationships, you take the maximum responsibility, emotional responsibility, like taking entire burden on yourself for your relationships, family life. So Jupiter brings support for you in this transit. It brings more knowledge, more wisdom to support you, to help you with your structure in life. Jupiter wants you to work with more discipline at this time. Be consistent in what you are doing. Be focused. Create a structure in life, a pattern in life towards your goals, towards your purpose, towards your family life. Not dwelling on a certain emotion or difficulty for a long time. That is the biggest lesson here. And Jupiter helps you to come out of that cave, that period of no activity. You dwell a lot on a certain emotion, and then you reach to into a phase of doing nothing, and then you do your work, and then you get into a phase of doing nothing because you feel emotionally stuck. So Jupiter here improves the bonding with someone who is very important in your life, a mother or someone elder to you. The bond gets better. There's more communication and understanding. Jupiter over here will also enhance the family life. Any kind of struggle or challenges will go away. Your burden will also will reduce to great extent. Jupiter is bringing vitality also. The health will improve for you. You'll be more optimistic. Saturn kind of makes people a bit pessimistic towards every approach in life. Jupiter brings support, optimism, and a sense of hope towards everything you do. And also, it is a new structure being created in your life, especially with respect to home, family, house, assets, structure of life, anything which is structure of life. A new foundation is being created, and that requires a lot of commitment and responsibility for you. Doing something from scratch again, whether it's your profession, whether you are building a house, whether you're becoming a parent, whether you're entering into a new relationship, it's all about the nourishment of that area of life, creating foundation. Because Cancer is about nourishment. Here, the moon brings all the nutrients to make you more functional. You may have all the qualities. Moon is not bringing any quality, new quality to you. Moon's duty is to nourish what you already have and to make it more fruitful. So the Jupiter supports you in those areas where you see there is not enough growth, where you witness that even your hard work is not giving you results. Here the Jupiter supports you, nourishes your success as well. So big shift, I would say. Like, I can't name it. I can't name all, but depending upon the house, Jupiter's transit over Saturn in Cancer is going to improve your journey. Also, Jupiter here will aspect the Capricorn house. So it really heals your professional work as well. It will help you with ideas as well. So if your Saturn is in Punarvasu Nakshatra, Jupiter over Saturn in Punarvasu, it's about deep work towards your commitments, towards profession, towards your family. You will successfully fulfill your commitment and your work towards them. And financially, you will see prosperity as well, good return or respect or reward for what you are doing. And also, some kind of event or ceremony at your home may happen. Then, if you have Saturn in the Pushya nakshatra, in its own nakshatra, Jupiter over natal Saturn in Pushya is specially dedicated towards family, your loved ones. Your responsibilities may increase towards taking care of certain people. You are cultivating better relationships. There's some people who may think that you're not doing enough. You don't have to worry about it. You're doing your best. It is about creating a home, not just a house, but a home. To have all the good things in life. You're working towards that. All good material things and also good connections. There's a lot of maturity in your nature which will happen at this time as well, becoming more positive towards life. And then, if Saturn is in Ashlesha and the Jupiter is transiting over natal Saturn in Ashlesha, it shows that there are phases in the career when things may slow down, but don't worry, because there are also phases within this period your career will go high. The only thing which you have to learn is how to maintain your success. And how to maintain your success. Constantly give your best to whatever you are doing. Don't fear anything. There are certain fears with respect to career. You may lose your security, you may lose this or that. But Jupiter ensures here that if you work with your wisdom and dedication, nothing will fail for you. So, some fear regarding losing security might be there, but Jupiter is blessing you with a lot of growth and abundance, prosperity as well. And some work in your relationships is required at this time, because there can be communication issues with some people. Let's talk about Jupiter over natal Rahu in Cancer. So every time when Jupiter connects to Rahu, things are a bit tricky, challenging. It kind of gives prosperity, but it also have the tendency to take back that prosperity very quickly. So you have to work a lot towards your wisdom rather than your desire. It's wisdom versus desire. It's knowledge versus the hunger. So Jupiter over natal Rahu in Cancer, you have to be very careful with respect to the emotional bonding with people. Like, some people, you may think they're very emotionally connected to you. No, they are very good in acting and pretending to be nice and same like you. So protect yourself from people who kind of manipulate others to get what they want, because Cancer is the very domain of nourishing connections, safety and security. So matters of safety, security with respect to your relationships, with respect to your finances, your assets, you don't have to take risk over here. Avoid taking risks at all. So, with respect to relationships, home, family, Jupiter over natal Rahu in Cancer can be challenging because, again, who is right, who is wrong, who is true, who is false. It may take some time to understand who is on your side. Some people may have a lot of expectations from you. There are times when you will be making mistake in analyzing other people's nature. There can be struggles with respect to the finances you share with your family, any asset you share with the family. On the other hand, Jupiter over natal Rahu in Cancer really expands the growth, sudden growth in finances, sudden growth coming into your life with a very brilliant opportunity which comes from foreign lands, which comes from far distant places, sudden growth. Suddenly you are in love with someone, suddenly you're so attracted to someone. So it gives a lot of positivity, a dose of positivity real quick. It really helps you to feel so happy. But then slowly the illusion goes away and it gives you a shock. So you have to take care of yourself. Use of wisdom is more important than desire. This is the learning which will happen at this time. There can be challenges in this period in the form of relationships, in the form of risky opportunities coming into your life. So work with wisdom, because Jupiter with Rahu in Cancer, it's like over expectations, over indulgence. It could be over analyzing things, overestimation of something. So you have to keep the reality check. You may feel very sensitive at this time. It's not completely bad. Like, before you blame me, oh, it's all negative. It's not bad with respect to wealth. You will get the opportunities to expand your wealth very quickly. But anything which is risking your security, any person who is uh, hiding a lot, you have to protect yourself. And at first, we don't know if someone is hiding anything. So use your wisdom, do things with patience at this time. If Rahu is in Punarvasu, Jupiter over natal Rahu in Punarvasu, this is the time when you have to focus a lot on your learning. What if you're learning something at this time? You are in a school or university. There can be some challenges where your ability to focus on your education might be difficult. Also, this is the time when you may be working towards certain differences between you and certain family members. And you have to protect yourself spiritually also. People may drain your energy at this time. If you have Rahu in Pushya Nakshatra, Jupiter over Rahu in Pushya is about a lot of work towards the family structure, taking care of the loved ones. People can have a lot of expectations from you. Also, there's certain expenditures you may do for your house, for your home, for your loved ones at this time. And also, there's a certain project, something very significant you are nurturing in your life right now. It's very important to you. So don't be in fear regarding the future growth of that aspect of life. It will do very well. So do not shut down any project, anything which you are doing important right now, out of fear or out of this mindset. It's not working for me right now. Wait for the right timing to see the result. Pushya is about growth. So you have to wait for that phase to come into your life. And yes, you have to protect yourself from certain people at this time who kind of hide so many things with themselves. Attaining clarity in relationships might be hard at this time. Rahu in Ashlesha, Jupiter over Rahu in Ashlesha, it can give you massive growth at this time financially, sudden expansion of wealth, profit, growth. Suddenly you're very popular as well. But also on the other side, it gives people who are very toxic and manipulative in nature. They carry the potential of hurting you emotionally. So you have to protect yourself from these betrayals at this time. Let's talk about Jupiter over natal Ketu in Cancer. Now, Jupiter is the only one who has the capacity to control the negative aspects of Ketu. It's a very spiritual combination, Jupiter, Ketu together. It is protective. It doesn't allow anything in your life which will never help you to grow and prosper. It brings the divine energy in your life. The connectivity enhances the connectivity with the divine beautifully. And the power to let go what is not working is absolutely amazing. So Jupiter over the natal Ketu in Cancer. Ketu in Cancer, the very true energy is the surrender of mind, the surrender of emotions, that I can no longer work in this area of life of expecting a lot from others, nourishing everyone and then not receiving enough. So Ketu is a deep surrender with respect to Cancer, that learning to surrender in the areas of life connected to emotions, emotional reciprocation, security, not to over worry about the security in life, whether it's financial, whether it's your home. Everything will align with time beautifully. So Jupiter over natal Ketu in Cancer heals emotional wounds where you were being deprived of support or love. Jupiter over Ketu in the Cancer sign is also about disconnecting from your home, your roots, your family, and going into a different journey, a different direction, where you will find your peace, your love, and comfort. So it's a very spiritual transit. Jupiter over natal Ketu in Cancer. Here, don't let the emotions overpower you, the betrayals overpower you. You don't have to worry about security of your finances or your life or your growth. Jupiter here supports you. Jupiter here brings the light, the very healing touch, that what is significant in your life will grow and what is not important will go away. You don't have to overthink a lot, because this may make you worried about finances at this time. This may make you feel worried about something significant in your family, in your connections. But Jupiter brings the energy of wisdom. I have done so many things in life. I'm capable of so much that everything will align beautifully even in the future. Things are going to shift because I have the divine blessings as well. So it's more towards healing. Ketu is the wounds of the past with respect to emotions, betrayal. It could be even about places where you have given your emotions, your love, but it's not been reciprocated. So it is about deep healing, working towards your schedule, your routine as well, where you have more time towards your spiritual work. It could be planning how to improve your health. It could be planning with respect to how you meditate, creating a structure where there is more focus on healing in your life. It can take you to a spiritual journey, a pilgrimage, a spiritual place. So there's a disconnection which you may see at this time. Even if you're someone who is devoted towards the family, it disconnects you from the family, because somehow the family life might be draining you right now. The expectations as well, or maybe one way connections where you're working the most and the others are not giving you enough. So disconnection from the typical home domestic life towards something which is spiritual healing, and your purpose. Significantly, your purpose is very important. And if you're already someone who's struggling with some health issue, someone who is dealing with a broken heart, someone who is concerned about security and finances, Jupiter will bring that prosperity for you. The only lesson is don't overthink, don't cling to these issues for long. That surrender is required. Surrender with respect to the emotional attachments in life. Don't let those emotional attachments overpower you. So Jupiter brings that positivity, the wisdom and the guidance, that you don't have to be so attached to these things. Everything will work in your favor, but first learn to disconnect and detach from these tensions. So if you have Ketu in the Punarvasu nakshatra, so Jupiter over Ketu in Punarvasu, it brings some kind of I would say not a miracle, but a big shift in your belief system. You'll be more positive. You will see something happening in your life and it will just change your belief system. It will be a blessing. It will be so positive in your life. Some people may revisit again in your journey. Different people, not just a romantic partner or someone, but a lot of people may revisit you, re-enter into your life for your guidance, for your help as well. You will meet old people from your childhood maybe as well. And then if your Ketu is in the nakshatra of Pushya, Jupiter over Ketu and Pushya, this is a transit where you are being asked to take care of your thinking process. Pushya, Ketu and Pushya can be something which is very hard on your mind. The ability to let go of certain thought process, certain memories which were harsh. Maybe these memories are from your young age when you were growing up. Those memories can be harsh. Don't let those memories narrate your life right now and your decisions. So Jupiter here makes you free from those thought process. Jupiter here allows you to beautifully express yourself and to let go those harsh emotions and heal yourself. It's more of internal healing and taking care of yourself. And then natal Ketu in Ashlesha nakshatra, Jupiter over natal Ketu in Ashlesha. This is about deep spiritual changes in you. What is spiritual here? Connecting with your spirit, connecting with your soul, more than depending on any other person's ideology and what they have to say. You are the teacher here. It's a beautiful spiritual transformation. It has the capacity to take you from 0 to 100 with respect to the power of your mind, your intelligence. So it's deep healing, it's spiritually healing, and it really brings a lot of strength in your life to overcome any kind of challenge. It's like a rebirth which happens for you, for the people, especially with the Ketu in Ashlesha. Things will change, and whatever was tough for you, you will overcome those tough aspects of life as well. You were afraid of doing those things, to work on those things, because it was tough. It made you anxious, but Jupiter is bringing a lot of support.